Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody has had a good day and had a good day yesterday. There's another pretty decent slate tomorrow. There's some plays on some like PrizePicks, Underdog. Underdog pretty much has all the plays, but they have those weird payouts, and then PrizePicks they have pretty much all the games, but they have a lot of like the demons and the just the goblins and like the easy plays. So it was kind of hard to try to find value. I went through all the games, try to find as many as I like. If I do have any added plays, I will try to add some in the pinned comment, either maybe later or maybe before the game start. I will be at work, so no guarantee that there's gonna be any. There's still gonna be people asking me where's the plays, and if I don't have any, there's not any. So if you ask, I'm just not even gonna reply to those. But I'll try. I'll be at work, so who knows. But again, I did find some that I did like, so I'll just get straight into those. And the first one is Jude Bellingham to go higher in 2 attempted dribbles, playing at home for Real Madrid, going up against Getafe. He's gone over this mark in 5 out of 9 games so far this season. And the games he went under against Mallorca, who allowed the least amount of dribbles, went up against Espanyol, who allowed the 10th most, went up against Atletico, who allowed the 6th most, and then they went against Barcelona, who allowed the 3rd least. And now they're playing Getafe, who gave up the 3rd most dribbles to the opposing team at 16.9. And this is also a good game for Bellingham and Real Madrid to be aggressive, to close the gap in points against Atletico and against Barcelona. They're actually 2 games behind, so if they win both of these games, they will be top of the table. So I expect Madrid and Bellingham to play hard and be aggressive, which is another reason why I like this mark. And Vinicius Jr. is out and injured. In the last 10 games that he's played, as you can see on the screen, in which he's played without Jude, he's had 2+ in 8 out of 10 games, which means he just gets more responsibility on the attack and more freedom for him to be playing out wide, which is what I like as well. And Getafe do not play possession of the ball. They allow the team to hold a lot of possession. Madrid already hold possession of the ball, so now they're going to be having even more. It's just even better for us. I just like the matchup. I feel like this is a good play here, especially with Vinicius being out and Getafe allowing a lot of dribbles. I like Jude Bellingham to go higher than 2 attempted dribbles. And then the second play that I found that I like is Nico Williams to go higher than 1.5 shots, playing away from home for Bilbao, going up against Vallecano. I expect this year to get bumped or get juiced or something like that. I like this play. He's averaging so far 2.19 shots per 90, so already averages over this mark. And Vallecano allowed the 7th most shots at 12.5, and slightly more at home at 12.7, just a little more. But they allow the 7th most shots. And one of their biggest weaknesses, if not their biggest weaknesses for Vallecano, is defending against skillful players, just skillers in general, players that are good on the ball. And Nico Williams is a great dribbler. He's a good dribbler. He can keep the ball close to his feet. He's a quick player. He's an agile player. And he also likes to cut inside and shoot on his right because he plays on the left. So he doesn't need a lot of space, which is what we like to see. And he has a good matchup because opponents are weak against defending players like him who are skillful. He's gone over his mark in his last 6 out of 10 games, but in his last 5 away games, the 5 away games that he's played this season, he's gone over in 4 out of the 5 away games. So he plays better away, and that's because Bilbao struggle a little more away from home, which most teams do, obviously. But when they do, he tends to be more aggressive because they need to make up for however they play when they play away from home. He played them twice last season, went over in both of those games, and he actually had more shots when he played them away than when he played them at home, which is what we're seeing when it's correlating so far this season as well. He's had 2 at home last season and had 4 away, so he went over in both games, took more shots away. We just need him to take 2 shots. They just played 3 days ago. The day of the game, he would have played 3 days ago, and he got subbed out around the 65th minute mark or something like that. So able to, one, they were already up. And in order for him to get some rest, especially for this game, he plays full minutes, if not most minutes, in the league, especially in games where it's equally matched games where it could go either way. And this is one of those games. So I like this prop. He does good, a better away from home, good matchup, went over against them twice last season. If this gets bumped up to 2, you can still take it there. I like Nico Williams to go higher than 1.5 shots. Before I get into the money lines, if you guys could like the video and comment as well. You guys have been doing good when it comes to liking and commenting. It helps boost the video out to more people. So if you could do that, I would really much appreciate it. If you want to support the channel a little more and get some benefits, you could consider joining my membership. You get the videos out early before everyone else to avoid those bumps and plays getting taken away, because it always tends to happen not too long after making public, sometimes 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, but it does tend to happen. So if you want to support the channel a little more and get some benefits, if you could join that, that'd be great as well. And then all the pictures that you see on the screen when it comes to the stats tab is from the new partner Outlier. So anything you see there is from that. It's just the stats app that helps with research, and it has everything and all in one app when it comes to just minutes played, home and away, playing with a player, without a player, opponent stats. If you want to join that, link for that is in the description, and then I have my codes for everything else, fantasy apps, money lines, underdog, PrizePicks, Fliff, everything linked in the description. And I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. I have two money line plays that I like, and the first one is the Juventus money line going up against Lecce. You can currently get this at -145 on Fliff. They've only lost one game out of 18 so far this season, and that one loss was in the Champions League. They're still undefeated in the league. Their major problem that they tend to have is drawing against opponents, and that's not because they're bad at defending. It's just sometimes they lack in their scoring. They're really good defensively. They've only conceded 7 goals in 13 games in the league, and they've scored 21 goals, with 12 of those being in the 6 away games. So they've actually scored a little more goals away from home than they have at home, which is obviously good for us. And Lecce, the main reason why I like this play as well is because Lecce have the worst attack in the league. They've only scored 6 goals in 13 games. So if they're already good defensively, Lecce might not even score. Good chance they might not score. All we need is Juventus to score, and I like those odds. They're also the 6th worst defensive team, conceding 21 goals in 13 games, with 13 of those 21 goals, which is 62% of their goals, coming at home, which is what they're playing at now. They also allow 15.2 shots, which is the 5th worst. They allow the 5th most, I guess you can say, shots allowed to opponents in the league. And Lecce don't keep possession of the ball, and they can't defend the wings. And Juventus play possession of the ball, and they're clinical when it comes to the chance that they do take. So the reason why they tend been struggling to score is because they focus a lot on defense, and sometimes those attacking chances are hard to come by. But playing against a team like Lecce, who allow a lot of shots and allow a lot of goals, I think it's just a perfect matchup for them. The last couple games that they've had, Juventus, they've been tough. They played against Aston Villa, they played against AC Milan, they played against Torino, and they played against Lille. They didn't lose any of those games. They drew 3 of those and won 1 of those, but they were tough matchups, and now they have an easier game and a better matchup. It's a good matchup. They beat them in both games that they played each other last season, so I like this play. I like the Juventus money line going up against Lecce. And then the second play that I found that I like is the Frankfurt money line going up against Heidenheim. You can currently get this at -120 on Fliff as well. Heidenheim, first of all, is in really bad form. They've lost 5 out of their last 6 games so far this season, and they have 2 major injuries that make it even worse, which is why I like this play as well. Pierringer, who was their best attacker, who has 6 goals and assists in 11 games, and Honsak, who had 2 goals and assists in 3 starts that he had. So they have a lot of injuries, 2 of those being major to the attack, and if they can't score against Frankfurt, Frankfurt will outscore them. And Frankfurt, on the other hand, are in really good form. They're fully healthy pretty much, and they're in really good form, like I mentioned, winning the last 6 straight games. And they've scored 15 goals in those 6 games, so they're really good at scoring. So if Heidenheim already struggle to score, Frankfurt's in good scoring form. It's just a perfect recipe for Frankfurt to beat them. They have Marmoush, who's arguably one of the top 3 strikers right now in the world. Next to Edikike, who is also a great striker and gets a lot of space due to Marmoush drawing a lot of the attention as well. They're the 3rd best attack in the league with 1 game behind, and if they just score 1 more goal, they'll be the 2nd best attack in the league, so you can pretty much assume they're going to score. They're the 2nd best attack in the league. And Heidenheim, they don't keep possession of the ball. Frankfurt do, so that's even more opportunities for them. I don't see a Frankfurt losing. The only reason why you're getting good value here is just in case they draw. Heidenheim might play defensive, but they've conceded a lot of goals anyways. I don't see them losing. They beat them in both games last season, and it's ultimately just the form of both teams as well. Obviously, I like Frankfurt's team better, but Heidenheim is in bad form. Frankfurt's in good form. I think you're getting good value here. It's not like there's any major injuries, so I think this is a steal. I like the Frankfurt money line going up against Heidenheim. Thank you everybody for watching. Quickly going over last video's picks. I was 1 pick away from sweeping the full day when it came to the money line. Hit that. Leverkusen came through on the set pieces just like I said. And I did have the lean when it came to that. I said the Luka -1.5 goals or under 1.5 goals. That hit as well. So if you took the lean, that hit. And then I had 1 added play and also player props. So I had 4 player props and 3 out of the 4 hit. The added play, Lewis Potter under 2.5 shots hit. He didn't even have 1. Jordan Ayew under 2.5 fouls drawn. He had 2, got subbed out, just like I said. and then Iñaki Peña under 2.5 saves. I also called that when I said even if they manage to get 3 shots on target, I expect one to go in. They had 3 shots on target and 2 went in. Giuliani had 1 save, so that one hit as well. And then the only one that missed was Ryan Yates to get a shot assisted. He had 2 shots. He wasn't passing as much. He had 3 passes to the final third. So they had the opportunities, but his teammates just didn't shoot off of it. All the reads were there. We're just really close to sweeping. It was still a great day, and hopefully we can carry on the momentum into tomorrow's slate. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.